Hi friends, welcome to my channel, The Real Life Mama. My name is Mackenzie and today I'm going to be sharing with you our Aldi grocery haul for our family of 5. Okay, so here is everything that we bought. We went to 2 grocery stores. The majority of this is going to be from Aldi. Then we also stopped at Food Lion for some of the items that you see in the corner over there, but we'll get to that. So first off, we have a bag of organic chopped kale. We're going to add this in with smoothies. If I make an egg scramble in the morning, I'll put that in there. And if we don't get through this whole bag, we will freeze it, and kale freezes beautifully. That is Bo laying in his kennel in the background. So I'm going to be making another thing of queso. We're gonna have enchiladas this week for dinner. So I needed some cilantro. We got 3 bunches of bananas. Again, we'll use that for smoothies. Whatever the chocolate milk that I make for my boys, and then whatever we don't use, we will freeze for banana bread. Strawberries were actually on sale this week at Aldi for, I believe it was $1.79 a carton, so we did get 2. That should hopefully last us throughout the week, through the whole week. Normally when we get just 1 carton of strawberries, that will last us for a couple days. My boys really do love their fruit, so it normally doesn't last too long, but hopefully we'll get a whole week's worth out of that. We got a carton of blueberries. These were on sale too, but I cannot remember the price of what those were. I got 2 bags of mixed bell peppers. I'll make, in my egg scramble, I normally do kale, chopped up bell peppers with the eggs, and then just different seasonings with it. We can also do, we'll do sliced ham or Canadian bacon with it, which, just tastes really good and helps keep your stomach full for the rest of the day. We have some Honeycrisp apples here. My boys love snacking on apples, so we had a refill on that. I believe it was 4 pounds of apples that we bought at Sam's Club. Lasted us maybe a week and a half, so they definitely go through apples. We needed some onions. We got another thing of this 6 cracker assortment. My kids, for their lunches, I'll get a summer sausage or pepperoni. We'll do these crackers, cheese, fruit or freeze-dried fruit, and that's a great lunch for them. And they love kind of like a charcuterie board layout, so they love having those. We got, as usual, chocolate pudding cup and vanilla pudding cups. We only let them have 1 cup of pudding a day, so that will last us for 4 days, but it won't last obviously the whole week. We needed more chocolate chips. I actually made the homemade Reese's last week and they turned out delicious, so I wanted to make some of those again. And then also we need chocolate chips for those lactation bites that I make. We did need more vanilla extract, so I'm actually in the process of making my own vanilla extract. You just need vanilla beans and vodka, but it just takes a long time to kind of mix together until it's ready. So I started it January 6th and it probably won't be ready until sometime in April, if not longer. I did put 10 strips of the vanilla bean in it, so hopefully it'll be done quicker than it normally would. We got a carton of orange juice that'll be mixed in with the coconut water, and we got another container of almond milk. We have 1.5 containers still in our fridge, but we wanted I don't like running out of it, so we wanted to make sure we had some, so we just grabbed one just in case. More peanut butter for the Reese's and for the lactation bites. Pepperoni. One of the menu items for this week's dinner is going to be make our own pizzas. So I already have a block of mozzarella cheese in the fridge. I'm just going to shred all of that up, and then we'll use the pepperonis, the pretzel sticks for snacking. And then if you haven't tried these actually these are a really easy, quick meal idea. All I do is I just put a chicken breast in with the rice and cook it in the oven for, I believe it's 375 degrees for around 20-30 minutes. I've even done it with a frozen chicken breast before, and it does just need a little bit longer to cook, but even if it's frozen, you could cook the chicken breast in the Instant Pot and then shred it and mix it in with the rice when it's done. But we pretty much just do chicken and rice with this, and then we'll do either a slice of bread or like a side veggie. And that's a really easy, quick meal idea. And you can also, instead of using water with the rice, use any kind of broth, and that helps give it a very rich flavor. So these Hawaiian sweet rolls will be used with this pork shoulder. I saw this on, I can't remember her name, but I saw this on someone else's Aldi grocery haul, and it was only $4.74 for this, so I thought we could give it a try. This week, what I have planned for dinners, I have beef enchiladas, a beef stew that's actually a freezer meal we just need to get rid of, and then we're gonna do the chicken and rice for 2 of the meals, so we'll do 2 meals for each of those. So we didn't really need this, but I thought we could do it for lunch, or if we don't get around to eating it, we'll just put it in the freezer and have that as an easy meal for one of the upcoming weeks. I just thought that was a really good price with that pork shoulder. So we did, this is new to our Aldi. Normally it's just a big bag of the freeze-dried strawberries, but this is a snack pack, so it's in 6 individual pouches. I believe it was like $5. So we're gonna give that a shot just because my boys love these, and normally this is the kind of snack that they eat in the car. So having it individually packaged as opposed to me having to hand out handfuls of them will be really beneficial, and I think will just make it easier for me. We got another thing of fruit rounds. We really didn't need it, but my boys do like snacking on this in the morning if we don't make breakfast right away. So we just, grabbed another one of those. We needed more graham crackers. My kids, we normally didn't really buy these. I bought these last week for the homemade Reese's, and my kids ended up just starting to snack on them, and they pretty much ate the rest of the box last week just for snacks. So we got another one of those for the homemade Reese's, and then they'll probably finish off what I don't use of it, just snacking. We got some peanut butter chocolate chip granola bars. I do want to make my own granola bars, but every time I make them, they kind of fall apart. They don't really keep the shape like they do with these. So if you have any tips for me, let me know for any recipes that you've tried before and are foolproof and they do hold together. Definitely share those with me in the comments because I do want to start making my own. We needed more sour cream. If I ever do anything with mashed potatoes, we put sour cream in there, but my purpose for buying it this week was for the enchiladas. We got a bag of tortilla chips just for the enchiladas or just to have snacking. My boys do like snacking on that. We got this was my husband's request. We had some friends come over, I think it was last weekend, to meet our new baby, and so we bought a bunch of like Lay's chips, the Ruffle, the wavy chips. So he wanted the dip to finish those chips off with, so that's what that's for. The flour tortillas are for the beef enchiladas, and I'm hoping to have enough for like 1 pan for this week, and hopefully another pan that I can just put in the freezer so we can have some extra of the beef enchiladas. Freezer meals are always helpful in this house, especially with having 3 kids under 3. We got some pear slices and pear juice. We got 2 of those. We still have some canned mandarin oranges in the fridge, so we just got pears for this week. I got these diced tomatoes, one for with the enchiladas. I was gonna make rice and put one of these cans of tomatoes in there, so it's kind of like a Spanish rice. And then the other can of tomatoes, I believe, is for the queso that I'm going to be making to put on top of the enchiladas. When we had people over for the Super Bowl, I made a queso dip, like a homemade queso, and the recipe that I saw was for pretty much like a double recipe of what we needed, so I still have half of those ingredients left. So I thought I could just make that again and put the queso on top of the enchiladas, and that would turn out really good. I'll let you know how it goes, but I'm sure it will be delicious. Over here, we didn't need this for this week, but I always like to have some of these convenience meals on hand. We haven't tried the butter chicken curry, but we have had the tikka masala, and it really resembles like a store-bought tikka masala, so I'm sure this is the same. But pretty much how I like to do it is cook a chicken breast in the Instant Pot, pour in either a half a cup of water or vegetable broth or chicken broth, and put it on manual for like 10 to 15 minutes. 15 minutes if it's frozen, 10 if it's thawed. And then you can shred up that chicken, and pretty much, at least for the tikka masala, I will chop up some bell peppers, saute that, add the chicken in, add this in, and let it simmer for like 10 minutes, and then just cook rice on the side. And it is absolutely delicious, and it tastes like what I would get from a restaurant. So if you haven't tried this and you're a fan of tikka masala, butter chicken, any kind of curry, I would definitely recommend you try these. You won't regret it. So here is some tomato and basil pasta sauce. I thought we could use that for the pizza sauce for the homemade pizzas that we're going to be having. And I think I missed over here, but these pepperonis will be for the pizzas as well. And then, let's see, we got a thing of oats. This is for the lactation bites that I make, oatmeal in the morning. I think there was one other like breakfast bar I wanted to try and make that calls for oats, so I wanted to make sure. We normally get these at Sam's. It comes in like 2 big bags, but we won't be going to Sam's until March. It's right now the last week in February, so I thought this would hold us over until we can go to Sam's and get the big container of it. And then egg prices are actually starting to go down for us. They got up to around like $5 and some change not too long ago, but they were actually $3.10 this week. So that's exciting for us, just because, you know, it's hard justifying buying eggs when it's $5 for 12 of them. So over here, all of this stuff finishes off the Aldi haul for us. We did stop at Food Lion. So my 3-year-old is actually starting soccer. I believe it starts March 3rd. So sometimes he can get kind of some anxiety starting new things. So in order to get him excited about it, we were, you know, you're gonna go to soccer, you get to meet your coach, you're gonna have friends to play with. And then he asked if he could have these as a snack on the car ride there or on the way home. So we were like, yes, of course. So we went and got Paw Patrol. They're cinnamon, like graham cracker snacks, but he has had these before. Both my boys love them, and we thought if that's gonna help kind of make him confident or make him excited, looking forward to going, we will definitely get that for him. So we got 2 boxes. They're each a 12-pack, and they were actually on sale. They're normally like $8, and they were on sale for $6, so that was nice as well. And then so the Food Lion by us is the only place that I can find this King Arthur flour. Aldi I know sells flour, but it's bleached flour, and the past couple weeks we've been trying to find it, and they only have sugar there. And then even the Walmart by us doesn't have this brand. They only have their, like, with the Walmart brand. So we always like to grab one of those whenever we go to Food Lion, just because we go through a lot of flour in this house. I do a lot of baking, and even the oatmeal bars that I want to try and make calls for flour, so we will definitely be using that. But yeah, so overall we spent, I believe it was $122 at Aldi for all of this stuff. And my husband did get an Alani Nu, it's an energy drink. He got that at Food Lion as well, and I believe we spent around $20. That was like $5 or $6. Both of those were $6, and the Alani Nu was just under $3. So yeah, I don't think it's too bad for everything that we got. We did kind of get more produce, I guess, this time around. Things to keep in mind. So I did get this pork shoulder for our meat this week, but things to keep in mind is that we already have almost, I think it's like 2 or 3 pounds of ground beef that's already cooked in our deep freezer. When my parents came down, when we had Evan, our newborn, they ended up cooking, we got a thing of it at Sam's, and they ended up cooking that for us. So we still have that entire bag of cooked meat in the freezer we need to use up. We made tacos this past week, so I have some taco meat that we're gonna be using for the enchiladas. We have frozen chicken breasts, which is what we're going to be using with this long grain wild rice. And then the beef stew, like I said, is a freezer meal that I had prepped from when I was pregnant with Evan. So that's why we don't have a lot of meat in this haul and why we were able to kind of get more like snacky stuff than we normally would. So we're just trying to work through with what we have, and that is a great way that I found to help keep grocery costs down. We budget about $125 a week for our family of 5, and this haul was $122. This put us over, but for the reasons why we needed it, I could justify it just because if you have a little one and you know what it's like starting something new, especially something that mom and dad can't really be there. We'll be there on the sideline, but he's going to be with the coaches for most of it, so I'm sure having that incentive will help him just kind of not have a meltdown, to put it nicely. So yeah, so this is everything. So that is it for today's grocery haul. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, especially if you made it this far. You can expect weekly grocery hauls from us. You can expect day in the lives, toddler meal ideas, family-friendly meal ideas, and I'm also getting ready to do a massive freezer meal prep. We found that really helped us when I was pregnant, or when I was postpartum with our 3rd son. So we're gonna try and do that again so we can have some meals in the freezer, just so we don't have to eat out as much. But I'm gonna go ahead and start getting these strawberries, blueberries, or blackberries all washed up, and I will see you next time. Bye.